All right, guys, so listen, here's a little trivia for you. You see this bank right here, or this concrete slab? I guess this is what you call a bank. You guys better not cheat when I tell you this. Don't cheat, don't Google it, just leave me a comment off the top of your head. See, that's the fun of it. What you think the width is from this side all the way to that side. Don't cheat. See, I know y'all some cheaters out there. Don't cheat. Just leave me a comment. Let me know what you think it is. Now, is it 50 feet? Is it 75 feet? Is it 100 feet? Give me what your guesstimations are. What is happening, everybody? I am CeeLos, and welcome to my channel, Pay Yourself Back, where the focus is always going to be about mental awareness, and spiritual wellness, guys. It is another beautiful day here in South Florida. It's windy a little bit. It's a little warm, but it's not too bad. I think yesterday it was in the 90s, like 97. But I'm here at Hollywood Beach on the intracoastal side because obviously, if you don't know, the beach, which is on the other side of Ocean Drive, is actually closed due to the pandemic. So I just wanted to kind of take a moment to talk to you guys and see if has our current situation improved. So before I get started, guys, let me just say, if you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. I don't know what you're waiting for. Just do it. It's not hard. It's free, guys. And for all of my supporters, all the people who have subscribed to me, thank you guys so much. Do me a favor, by the way, hit that notification bell so that you will be notified when I publish the next video. All right, guys, so let's get to it. Let me just say, guys, I am not a journalist. I am not a reporter. I'm not a politician. I don't work for any of those agencies. I'm simply a YouTuber. And the beautiful thing about YouTube, guys, is that you can have fun. That's what it's meant for. It's meant to have fun, meant to be enjoyable. I bring you guys these videos because I enjoy doing them. For the most part, you guys are very courteous with your comments, and I really do appreciate it. I have some long-time followers and subscribers, and guys, I just can't thank you guys. If you never hear it again from me, just please know that I appreciate your love and your support. In my last video, I did addressing the quality of life. A lot of you guys commented, but one thing I would like to say, guys, about just these videos and doing these videos is that everybody's not going to agree with you. I had a couple people who were like, you know, but stop being so dadgum stressed out, man. This is the thing about me, guys, is that I'm not controlled. You can't control me. You may be physically able to control me if you have enough weaponry or enough military support. You can control me, but psychologically and mentally, you cannot control me. That's one thing about me. I don't let other people influence me or control me because I have my own mind, and it's all about that mental awareness, guys. So I was in the Army for a while, so I learned a thing or two about discipline, and the most valuable thing that I learned and I took from the military was to have rigid flexibility, because we are not in control of anything. I don't care how many houses you have, how much money you have. We are not in control of anything. At any given moment, things could change. You have no control over it. Prime example of what we're going through today. People who were once on top, they're no longer in top. So you have to be ready for that. It's not necessarily about accepting it, but it's how you deal with it. And a lot of people are not dealing with this situation in a good way. A lot of people are panicking. I mean, the news is obviously not doing a very good job at, they're doing their job reporting the news, but they're not doing a good job at putting people's minds to ease. So that's what I mean. You have to have a mind of your own. You can, like I said, you can't control the way that I think and the way that I act. You just can't do it. I have my own mind. I'm a free spirit. I'm an out-of-the-box thinker. So just want to say that real quick with you guys. But keep supporting me, guys. I really do appreciate it. And if I'm not talking to you, then don't worry about it. But some people need to hear certain things. They need that push. They need to hear certain things in order to think to themselves, you know what? Maybe he's right. you know, but I think everything is going to be all right, guys. So finally, Broward County, we wearing the mask, guys. Everywhere you go, every business, every establishment, got to have on a mask. At first, you know, a few weeks ago, it was just Miami-Dade County, but now Broward County has succumbed to the mask wearing, and so we all wearing a mask and everything like that. Again, like I say, with this pandemic that we're going through, I think the media has put the fear into a lot of people. I mean, people are afraid to just give the fist pump, or now instead of giving the fist pump or the dap, you know, they ain't dapping up, they doing the elbow, and I'm just like, all right, man, whatever. And it's just, you know, people that you've been knowing for years, it's like, ooh, don't touch me. I mean, people are actually out there fighting, you know what I'm saying, because somebody might have gotten too close to them, social distance, 6 feet. I mean, what are we doing, guys? I mean, I understand, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to make light of the situation, but I'm just saying use some common sense. And I talked about last video saying if it doesn't pass the common sense, guys, it doesn't make sense. I was watching the news this morning and seeing that there was a case in San Francisco, and this lady was spewing or shouting racial slurs. And what had happened was there was a lady walking her dog, and there was another lady who was mad because this lady was not practicing social distance. She was too close, so she started spewing and shouting these racial slurs and everything. And obviously the lady, the victim, was Asian. So you see how dumb that is? I mean, it's just dumb. Not ignorant, because ignorant means that you don't know. But when you know and you still act as if, okay, she's Asian and she's American citizen, I mean, it's just the stupidity of people. If you notice, people perish every day. People die from cancer, HIV, diabetes, car accidents, drug overdoses every single day. But it seems like nowadays, realistically speaking, guys, all of that stuff is omitted. You don't hear about that anymore. All you hear about is what we're going through. Offer some hope. Offer something different from just like we're going to die all of a sudden, like we're in Armageddon, like the world is coming to an end. That's what it kind of seems like. You can stay home and stay safe, but you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to compensate you so you can take care of your family. We're going to compensate you because we understand, we know that you have bills still. I mean, because no matter how you stay home and no matter what we're going through in this world, those debt collectors are only going to float you for so long. I mean, real soon, they're going to want their money. And landlords are only going to be generous for so long. I mean, it's just business, guys. So there's no measure in place. Well, actually, let me back up because I'm going to address that in just a minute. There is a measure in place, and I'm going to address that in a minute, guys, to kind of mitigate those circumstances. But, you know, people are drinking more. I mean, there are more cases of domestic violence we're starting to hear about. You put people in the cage like an animal, I mean, it's only a matter of time before they're going to be on the attack. I mean, human beings, I mean, we're not robots, not programmed to act a certain way. We're going to act the way that comes natural to us. And this is one of those things, after a while, you know, you're going to start, you're already starting to see that people are becoming more violent and things of that nature. That's the reason why you see a lot more states now who are protesting against this stay-at-home mandated order, or whatever you call it. People are starting to protest, rally up, and talk about it. They're not wearing masks. I mean, they're just coming out because there's no talk of any real compensation for you staying home. Okay, we got it. And people are like, you know what? Hey, wait a minute. I talked to my brother who was in Texas. Big shout out to Juan. I talked to him, and he said that there are some states in the South that are starting to kind of open up the businesses a little bit more, you know, gradually. And that's a good thing. There's a guy I was watching on television out of Wisconsin that said that on May 1st, he's going to open up his restaurant, and he don't care what the repercussions are. He's ready to, you know, start serving the public. He's ready to bring his employees back so that he can start earning money. So you're going to start to see that people want to get out more. I mean, people want to come out of the house. People are tired of staying in. As you guys may or may not know, here in Florida, Jacksonville opened up their beaches a few days ago. And I think the hours are from something like 6 a.m. to 11. And then in the evening from 5 to 8. Let me just break real quick. Let me just say, how are you? Let me just say real quick, what I'm going to tell you to ease the pain and ease the suffering. President Trump has unveiled a plan to reopen the American economy. And so I'm going to read to you what these 3 phases involve. All right, guys. So phase 1 calls on employers to telework where possible, return to work in phases, minimize non-essential travel, and make accommodations for the vulnerable population within the workforce. It calls on all vulnerable individuals to shelter in place, and when in public, all individuals should continue social distancing. Large venues, including churches and gyms, can open if they operate under strict social distancing and sanitation protocols. Bars should remain closed. Man, elective surgeries can resume. You messing up my money flow. Phase 2, guys. Non-essential travel for employers can resume. That's a good non-essential travel. Schools and organized youth activity can reopen. I know they'll be glad for that. Bars can operate with diminished standing room occupancy. Large venues can continue under moderate social distancing protocols. So your large venues like your concerts, those things, I mean, man, we're missing out on a lot. I know the Jamaican Jerk Festival, I think it's supposed to be this month. We'd have missed that already, but yeah, I'll be glad for that to happen. Let's see. Okay. Phase 3 says that all venues. Phase 3. Now this is the one that I'm hoping that we will hurry up and get to. Phase 3. All venues, bars, gyms, and large venues can reopen with limited. That means we don't have to be 6 feet. We can be a little bit closer than 6 feet. You know, not too much. Social distancing and standard sanitation. Employers can resume unrestricted staffing work sites so employees can physically return to work. Gosh. The final phase also reintroduces visits to senior care facilities and hospitals. Now, I got this information from ABC News a couple of days ago, guys. So if you want any more information, or if you want to doubt what I'm telling you, you can go to ABC News and you can get this information as well. You don't have to believe me, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But you know, I was thinking about something too, guys. You know, if I was a criminal, one of my co-workers told me yesterday that he said that I can't remember if it was someone that he knew was in Costco and happened to look around and saw this guy in a ski mask. Now, if I was a criminal, if I had a criminal mind, and I'm not saying nothing, guys, I would never do this, but I'm just saying if I had a criminal mind, if I thought in that way, we're all wearing these masks. Can't see your face, can't see your mouth, we can only see your eyes. Can't see your nose, because all that, you wear a ski mask, what are they going to say? They didn't necessarily, they say you have to have something protecting over your nose and your mouth. They didn't say it had to be a hospital mask. They just said, I mean, the governor has even said to where you can wear bandanas. Obviously you can wear a ski mask. But if I was a criminal, I guess that hadn't caught on. Maybe it has. But man, that's just insane. When I heard that, I was like, are you serious? A ski mask? Nobody. Now, normally, before this happened, somebody walked in this store with a ski mask on, you know, you'd hit the deck, or if you had your conceal on you, you know, you'd be reaching for it. But nowadays, that just goes to show you how much of a, man, it's just bad. I can't say what I want to say, but it's just bad. It's a bad situation. Nobody can do anything about it. One last thing, guys. Have you guys gotten your stimulus check? And I didn't even know that I had it. Somebody had texted me and asked me if I had got it. I was like, I don't know. So I checked my account after I got the text, and I was like, holy. So I just transferred that money from my checking to my savings. But I filed my 2018 and 2019 taxes. I always do, guys. Normally I wait till the last minute, and I think this year I filed like at the end of March, I want to say, for 2019. So but there's some people out there who are still having problems and still wondering why you're not getting your stimulus. Well, if you didn't file your taxes, that should answer your question right there. Now, there are provisions, there are waivers in place. And listen, guys, I see a lot of YouTube videos with a lot of guys out there talking about giving their take, their CPAs. Is that CPA? Yeah, they're CPAs, and they're giving their take on the stimulus checks and like that. If you really want to get the correct information, and I'm not saying that they're putting out bad information, but if you really want to get the most accurate information, just go to the website. It'll tell you what to do. If you didn't file your 2018 or 2019 taxes, it tells you that you register through the IRS, and there's ways that once you fill out the documents online, they'll have a record of you in their system. They already have a record, but I don't know exactly how it works. But that's the way to go. Go on the website so you can get the correct information, and it'll direct you in the right way that you need to go to be able to get your stimulus money. So once again, to kind of recap and to ask the question, has our situation improved? I think in certain respects, in certain regards, it have improved. I think that we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Again, I talked about those 3 phases that President Trump is going to has already established. So let's just hope that things will change here real soon. I'm not negating the fact that, we still need to be safe. I'm just saying things are going to happen. I think there's a lot of misinformation. I talked about that in my last video. There's a lot of obvious misinformation out there from certain organizations. I'm not going to say the name, but do you. Nobody knows you better than you. So do you. There's a lot of confusion about whether this thing is airborne or whatever, but not wearing a mask. I see people wearing masks and walking their dog and riding a bike and jogging. I think a lot of people see other people doing things, and then they just parlay. They just fall into formation, a uniform formation with what everybody else do. I don't do that. I get the facts, and then furthermore, I know myself. I know my body. I know there's certain things about me that I'm just cut from a different cloth, like I tell you guys. All right, guys, once again, I want to thank you for tuning in to Pay Yourself Back, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, be well, my friend. CeeLos out, baby. Now let me ask you a question. Hey, so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you guys a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Has our situation improved?
Let me ask you a question. Has our situation improved?